I hate myself a little bit for even talking about this, but I want to bring it up not for this specific story, but for the bigger issue it represents. All right, so right now, we as movie fans, and I'm including me in this, all of us, we're an entitled bunch of little babies.
No.
As movie fans. And it's getting worse. We're becoming a more and more insufferable, entitled bunch of little babies. And of course, we're seeing that nothing is a better expression of entitlement than fan petitions. That is the ultimate expression of sucky, baby, whiny, entitled movie fans. And that's us. I mean, we're all like that. Let's not pretend we're pointing the fingers at everybody else. To some degree or another, that's all of us. Let's acknowledge the problem if we're going to address it. All right. So there's yet a new petition going around that's getting close now to 20,000 signatures. And it is a petition backlashing against Marvel, demanding that Iron Man be brought back into the MCU. That Iron Man be brought back into the MCU. Like I said, it's getting close to 20,000 signatures at this point. Where people are mad, man. They're mad. Listen to this. This is what it says in it. Tony Stark was always ready to risk his life, suffer and sacrifice himself for anyone without ever receiving anything in return. Since the beginning, since he was a kid, he can never be happy. And when he finally got what he always wanted and deserved, his wife, his daughter, his family, he died. He didn't deserve this, and it's not fair. After everything he's been through and done for everyone, he deserves to live and see his daughter grow up. Damn it. It's not fair what you do to... And you know what, Rob? Whenever I read these types of petitions, particularly when it comes to what studios or filmmakers should do with their characters, do you remember the Kathy Bates movie Misery?
Of course.
I'm
her number one fan.
I think I think it should be a legal requirement. I think it should be law that before anybody is able to sign a fan petition, it should be a legal requirement that they be forced to sit down and watch that brilliant movie. It's based on a Stephen King. It's a Stephen King thing, right?
Yes, it is. Came out in 1987.
Sit down and watch Kathy Bates, who won an Academy Award for it, by the way, Misery. And they have to sign something that says, I acknowledge that I am Kathy Bates now in this situation. By signing this petition, I acknowledge that I'm Kathy Bates in this movie. That should be an absolute requirement. Rob, the thing that drives me crazy about all this kind of stuff is, number one, it's the whole thing of entitlement. That you should do what we want you to do. And sorry, if you were good at deciding what should be done in stories, you'd be a famous filmmaker. But whatever. And that can be said of all of us, right? So, but it's that sense of entitlement that they should do what we want them to do. It's that sense that we know best. But here's the other thing, and this is the concerning thing. There seems to be a massive disconnect between these people and reality. It's like, you do know that this is a fictitious character who doesn't really exist and actually deserves nothing. And you do know that in real life, you know, a really good father of 2 kids and whatever can die in a car accident. Like, you do know that, right? I don't know. I get more and more frustrated at seeing this type of nonsense. What's your response when you see something like this?
Well,
sigh.
I just want to know, are you guys registered voters? Do you pay as much attention to our political system as you do fictitious characters that don't exist? Tony Stark will never grow up or grow old with his daughter because they're never going to make a movie where you're going to see that. It's a movie. Like the idea that he sacrificed and he should be able to grow up with his daughter. I'm like, in what universe is that going to happen? If you go through the quantum realm, will it suddenly become real to you? I mean, it's not real. It's fictitious. The whole point of the story. If you're affected that much by someone's death to sign a petition, that means the movie was good, and that means his death worked. So I wouldn't want to change it. It worked. It was great.
And what I want to remind people, by the way, sacrifice means you're giving up. If the character of Tony sacrifice means he had to give up everything, a future with his wife and family and daughter. That's what sacrifice is. Well, he sacrificed, so he should get to have all that. That's not what sacrifice is. But anyway, it's just, I couldn't believe that. I just read that. late last night. I'm like, oh my God, it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. And it's unbelievable. And guys, please, friends don't let friends sign stupid movie petitions, okay? If you've got a friend or a buddy and they're like looking like they're staggering over to their computer to sign some ridiculous fan petition, make that character do what I want them to do. Step in and say, hey, brother, I love you, so I can't let you do this. You'll thank me later. I don't know. Friends don't let friends do this.
I would say, though, I have a caveat to that.
All right.
If you would like to petition, say, Disney to release a 4K version of the original version of the three Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi, the way they were originally released in 77, 80, and 83, I think that's a good use of your time.
Yes, except you have to understand they legally can't do that. So understanding that, yes. But anyway, that's just what do you guys make of all that kind of stuff? Maybe some of you are people who signed it and I'm offending you. And I don't mean to offend. It just kind of drives me crazy. All right, jump down the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts.